PBC's Amazon Prime deal, how will this impact the Errol Spence Terence Crawford rematch? What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Cardinal Red. Sports, let's talk about it. Alright, y'all. So, news broke about 24 hours ago that PBC had reached a deal with Amazon Prime to host their pay-per-view events for 2024 and beyond. I just want to break this down, give my 1,000 nickels on what's being said and how this will impact the Errol Spence Terence Crawford fight for anybody listening.
Breaking news! The PBC, they announced that they will now be on Prime Video. That's Amazon Prime Video. Listen, you lose a Showtime and gain an Amazon? Not bad, because what's Amazon? One of the largest businesses worldwide?
Alright, y'all, so a lot going on right now in the sport of boxing when it comes to PBC and their future in the pay-per-view business. Now, I think everyone's heard by now that they have reached a deal with Amazon Prime. This is a huge deal, a lot involved in this deal. Some details of this deal kind of struck me as interesting, and I just want to give my take on that. So, first of all, when it comes to Amazon Prime and how this is going to actually work, well, they're saying that if you already have Amazon Prime, then you will be able to access most of the content for only $2.99.
It's going to be huge. I tell you, it's going to be fantastic.
Extra on top of what you're paying for Amazon Prime, which I believe they said is either $14 or $16, which would bring your total to somewhere around $18.99 or $19.99 per month.
Strawberry?
And they were saying that this is around the same price as the Zones app. You know, I think the Zones app is like $19.99, but somehow you're going to end up saving like $200 if you went with the Amazon Prime PBC over the DAZN app. You know, this is coming from an article that I read. So it's actually going to be pretty affordable for the people that already have Amazon Prime. $2.99 isn't that much if you're already paying for Amazon Prime.
I'm broke, nigga, I'm broke!
Now, when it comes to the pay-per-view events, they didn't really say how that's going to work. They didn't say whether if you purchased Amazon Prime already and then you pay for the extra $2.99, are the pay-per-views coming with that, or do you still have to pay extra? Because they were saying that they're going to be featuring like behind-the-scenes footage, you know, lower-level fights. They're going to have pre-fight interviews and all that stuff is going to be available through Amazon Prime. Now, all that's supposed to be content that you're paying for with that $2.99, but they didn't actually say whether, once again, the pay-per-views are part of that $2.99 or not. And then there was some actual extra language saying that this is strictly for fights happening inside of the United States. So I think that there's going to be a different deal in place if there are fights outside of the U.S. Plus, you're going to be getting a lot of other undercard type fights that are going to be specifically featured on Amazon Prime. But they said that there are going to be some other lower level stuff that won't be featured on Amazon Prime that'll be on a regular satellite or cable network. So a lot of moving parts to this deal, but seems to be a pretty big deal. Amazon Prime already has close to 200 million subscribers.
I created what you know as Prime Time.
So they got a big pool, a big audience to pull from when it comes to trying to sell their events. Now, here's the big news, I think, that came out of this and how this will impact the Errol Spence Terence Crawford fight.
Turn this shit up. Turn it up. Look at this crazy motherfucker.
They said that Gervonta Davis is supposed to be headlining the first event, and that first event is supposed to take place in March of 2024. Now, we all heard that the Errol Spence Terence Crawford fight was supposed to take place in February of 2024, but nothing's been signed, nothing's been talked about. You haven't heard from Errol Spence since the loss. Terence Crawford is real tight-lipped when it comes to giving any information about the fight. So I'm not sure exactly when that fight's going to take place, but if Gervonta Tank Davis is the first headliner, it's obviously not going to be the Errol Spence-Terence Crawford rematch happening in February.
Why you cut the go, girl? Why you cut the go? Oh, why you cut the go?
And I heard a few reports, I believe it was yesterday or the day before yesterday, that Errol Spence had asked for more time. Now, I'm not sure if they are granting him that time, or is this just a situation of they're still negotiating the fight, so they can't put it on until all negotiations are done. But that will definitely impact the Terence Crawford Errol Spence rematch, because if Gervonta Tank Davis is the headliner, then that means that Errol Spence and Terence Crawford won't be fighting on that card, because most likely they would be the headliners. Even though Gervonta made bigger numbers than Errol Spence and Terence Crawford when he fought Ryan Garcia, that I think is still the most interesting matchup in boxing when it comes to the lower weights. Anything below 154, it's going to be the welterweight division still reigns supreme. Even though, once again, Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia did huge numbers, we can't say that it was just Gervonta that sold that fight. A lot of those fans tuned in for Ryan Garcia as well. So,
Trash!
I don't think we're going to see the Errol Spence-Terence Crawford fight in the first quarter. We might get it in the first quarter. It might happen in April or May. It might happen in June or July. We just don't know yet. But it's definitely, most likely, looking now like it's going to get pushed back in favor of Gervonta Davis being the headlining first fight on Amazon Prime. Now, is that going to, severely impact this fight? Does that mean that Terence Crawford is actually going to get to fight Canelo Alvarez on Cinco de Mayo?
Look here, son. You're going to protect me in here, see? We can work out a deal. Maybe a little slop. But let's get something straight right now. No touching my butthole. You see?
I highly doubt that Terence Crawford's fighting anybody next besides Errol Spence Jr. I just think this is going to severely impact when the date of the fight gets announced. Now, is there a possibility that both of these fights could happen on the same card? Is there a possibility that Amazon Prime wants to be in the super card business and not just the super fight business? Now, that's a very big possibility that they're actually going to put both of those fights on the same card. Amazon's working with a lot of money, a lot more money than HBO and Showtime and all these other networks that were in the boxing business. And I think that could potentially change the entire game, and it could have a huge impact on the sport of boxing if they're going to start doing super cards over super fights.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Leonard a bitch ass nigga too.
Because there was some other language in the article that said, or that suggested, that they're only going to do cards that they know are going to sell to the public. Like, they're not giving out these high guarantees anymore. Nobody's getting a high guarantee. They're going to give small guarantees, but the majority of your money is going to come off how well the fight did. So if they want to sell these fights to the highest dollar amount or to the most amount of people, they're going to have to put on super cards over super fights. That way, a lot more people are going to be interested in purchasing these events. Not just one fan base, but multiple fan bases. Now, I'm not saying that the March fight card that they're putting together is going to definitely feature Errol Spence, Terence Crawford, and Gervonta Davis, but that is a high possibility.
This is a rented life. You hear me? Rent it. What you got in your pocket right now is what you own. You go to the morgue, they'll put that in a property bag and give that to your family. That means the money in the bank is a number on a piece of paper. Perfect example. When that stuff happened down in Houston, it was millionaires in that water with them poor people. The bank is closed, suckers. When the bank is closed, we even. Ain't nobody better than nobody on this earth. You can't take it with you. You see what I'm saying? And see, that's the thing about it is that you cannot ride with that in your head. You got to understand that, guess what? We all are equal.
Y'all let me know what y'all think about all that down in the comment section below. That like button for me. Share. Subscribe. Holler at me on all social media platforms. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. But you're more than likely to get a response on the tubes or holler at me over there. If you want to collabo, feature a product or your channel on my channel, feel free to hit my Gmail because it is a flock of cards at gmail.com. We are Manny.
Yeah, now who's cold as refrigerator doors? Obliterated foes, most chicks and haters know. If not, I spit the player flows, trying to get the major dough, and I can't take it slow. Fast paced, cash chase, you in last place. Either he's in bad shape, I got a glass face. We've been doing it big since we was classmates. Now we grown men in the spot watching ass shake. And I'm on the go. Leave her feeling like she never been born before. Y'all sounding like y'all never touched a microphone before. And you can't clone the flow, he's on the flow. Knocked out, comatose, who wants some more? Told the chick, hold your tone, I'm on the phone. Yeah, you really don't want no violence. If a picture's worth a stack, I got a photo album. To the haters, how you like me now? Ain't got a deal, still it's about to go down. And he messed around, got the keys to the town, keys to the city, it's about to go down. To the haters, how you like me now? Ain't got a deal, still it's about to go down. And he messed around, got the keys to the town, keys to the city, it's about to go down. Now I don't know about y'all, but I'm all that sick flow, keep a doc on call. When I get in the game, your stock gon' fall. Put me on a sauce, one track, man, I'm gon' ball. Spin bars like rims on tires, with his Tim's on, y'all see him on fire. The chicks like Lewis Keys spit raw, but he local, he'll never get that far. Now you might see me in a pitch black car with a 6-pack and big black cigar. Take a play of rat and give it back to ma. Y'all ain't up to my pie. Run with a ma. What I blow come from a jar. If it's drama, come to your job. Lewis Keys, show him something they ain't seen. Get gangs of green off paper schemes. To the haters, how you like me now? Ain't got a deal, still it's about to go down. And he messed around, got the keys to the town, keys to the city, it's about to go down. To the haters, how you like me now? Ain't got a deal, still it's about to go down. And he messed around, got the keys to the town, keys to the city, it's about to go down. I'm a classic, acid spitter with a passion. Tryna make the cash get bigger, never crashing. Off a couple glasses of liquor, I'm surpassing. Even the baddest of spitters autographing. Tracks with a signature flow. Never listen to those with the miniature dough. See, I hope y'all know I may be the black Tom Brady. Y'all can't play me. So do your thing and I'ma do mine. Keep biters on their toes with a new rhyme, new line. Blue pine turn to smoke. I burn bridges so I learned to flow. Came up in the hood, no concerns and hope. Some of them fly straight, some turn to dope. Some of them climb up and then burn the rope, but not me. Louisville rapper IV. To the haters, how you like me?